Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015. In the heart of Southern California's Inland Empire, the deadliest terrorist attack on American soil since 9/11 was about to unfold after two heavily armed gunmen swept into the heavily packed Inland Regional Center and opened fire.
Rifles and everything. They're coming right to here.
And the duo killed and wounded dozens before fleeing the scene. But just miles away, San Bernardino PD's SWAT team was in the area training and plunged into a rolling manhunt that ended in broad daylight, with hundreds of police officers from sprawling agencies unleashing one of the most violent urban gunfights in modern law enforcement history.
Information units holding a shots heard in the area 1365 South Waterman. 1365 South Waterman, we're getting for their calls. Call number 6127.
We are in pursuit of the suspect vehicle. We've got shots fired out the back window.
Born in Chicago in 1986 and the son of Pakistani immigrants, Syed Rizwan Farook led a seemingly normal life. He graduated high school early in Riverside, California, and attended Cal State San Bernardino, earning a degree in environmental health. In 2010, Farook was hired as a seasonal food inspector for the San Bernardino County Department of Public Health, and by 2012, he became full-time, overseeing restaurants, swimming pools, and various water systems throughout the county. From the outside, he blended in, a model employee on paper, and colleagues described him as respectful, maybe socially awkward, but never hostile. Farook was different, and a devout Muslim. Intensely devout, even making a pilgrimage to Mecca in 2013, where he attended mosque twice a day, every day. He was always serious, never discussed politics, never tipped his hat, and in secret, he was already radicalizing. And this is where he would meet his soon-to-be accomplice, Tashfeen Malik, a Pakistani native, raised partly in Saudi Arabia. The pair would meet online during his pilgrimage, building a relationship over the phone as she studied pharmacology at Bahauddin Zakaria University in Multan, until she later attended Al-Huda International Seminary, a strict Islamic academy for women. But it was hardly love that brought them together, as even during this time period, the pair's text messages revealed nihilistic ideations and exchanges of pledging themselves to jihad. By 2014, the two would marry in the United States under a 90-day fiancé visa, resulting in Malik's green card by 2015. And this is where their mission began to really take shape. For the next year, the couple would quietly prepare for war, stockpiling 2 ARs, a Smith & Wesson, and a DPMS Panther arms, along with 2 9mm sidearms, a Springfield XD, and a Llama model. They hoarded over 1,600 rounds of .223, 2,000 rounds of 9mm, and hundreds of more hidden throughout their home. In their garage, Farook built pipe bombs packed with smokeless powder, threaded end caps, and wired to cheap Christmas lights. On the morning of December 2nd, the couple left their 6-month-old daughter with Farook's mother, telling her they had a doctor's appointment. But that morning, Farook attended his own department's training session and holiday luncheon at the Inland Regional Center. Approximately 75 people were there, and Farook showed up around 8:30 a.m., quiet as always, even posing in group photos. But at 10:30 a.m., he abruptly left, leaving a backpack on the table within. Nobody thought much of it, but inside that bag were 3 pipe bombs. At 10:58 a.m., Farook and Malik returned, each donning black tactical gear, load-bearing vests stuffed with magazines, and each equipped with their AR and respective sidearm. From outside the building, Farook opened fire first, killing 2 instantly. Then, the pair entered through the same doors he'd walked out of just minutes earlier and opened fire everywhere.
Information units holding a shots heard in the area 1365 South Waterman. 1365 South Waterman, we're getting for their calls. Call number 6127.
While Malik sprayed the building in various rooms, Farook gunned down his coworkers. And just like that, panic exploded. Some dove under tables, others ran for exits. And as a bullet struck a fire sprinkler pipe overhead, water poured down, adding to the chaos, soaking the banquet room as the suspects gave chase. The two fired over 100 rounds in less than 3 minutes. 1 man was killed shielding a coworker, and 3 others tried to rush Farook, but all 3 were shot. By 11:01 a.m., they were gone.
We do not know if we still have an active shooter. We supposedly have 2 down inside. We'll be making the 3.
2 San Bernardino police officers arrived on scene. Then, Wave 1 of the cavalry. But before we get into the manhunt, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Alright, once again, we're going to search my best friend's name in Google. And he really doesn't mind. Like, really. Look at the results. You can see his previous addresses: Palm Springs, San Francisco, criminal record, his educational background. The guy played football for ITT Tech. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your phone number or why your inbox is flooded with spam, this is why. There are these sad excuses of companies called data brokers that sell your data. They do it without your consent, and they make billions selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And while they're legally required to remove your info if you ask, they make it almost impossible to do. That is why I recommend Aura to all of my friends and family, and to you. They take care of the hard part by automatically removing your information from data broker lists, and most importantly, keeping it off. Aura works around the clock to keep your personal information and data safe. And by automatically opting out of data broker lists, Aura has significantly reduced the number of spam calls that I receive. In fact, the number of female calls that I receive has increased by 600%. But that's not even all they do. Aura provides comprehensive protection in one convenient place. That includes antivirus software, a VPN for secure browsing, secure password management, identity theft insurance, credit monitoring, and I've even noticed an increase in gains in the gym. And I don't go to a gym, I am the gym. You don't need to subscribe monthly to multiple apps. Aura consolidates everything you need into one convenient place, saving you time, money, and storage. If you want to shove it up a data broker's database and protect your information, well, Aura is offering you a 2-week free trial, so you're in luck. Simply go to aura.com/popomedic or check the link in the description and protect you and your family's information today. At 11:09 a.m., the San Bernardino Fire Department blasted out a tweet: active shooter, Waterman Avenue, road shut down. At 11:14 a.m., fortune hit. The San Bernardino Police Department's SWAT team was already in the area training, only a few miles away. They broke off and raced to the scene, arriving within a cold 11 minutes.
Now they are reporting that they are telling people, all authorities and first responders, to evacuate the building because apparently they have found a suspicious device inside.
By 11:25 a.m., they breached, and victims were everywhere, bleeding, soaked, and shell-shocked. Patrol officers set up triage initially near the entrance, but relocated the area across the street to allow rescue to enter the scene. Survivors were dragged out on blankets, chairs, anything that could carry weight. A tactical medic supervised extractions, and it took nearly an hour to get the last victim out. By noon, nearly 300 law enforcement officers from city, county, state, and federal agencies had responded. The building was locked down, and the pipe bombs discovered within were assigned to an ATF task force in conjunction with SBPD and the Sheriff's Explosives Team's bomb squad. The scene was secure, but the shooters were gone. Leads poured in, with many witnesses reporting they fled in a black SUV.
Lincoln 3, we're being advised that one suspect fled in a black SUV westbound from the location.
And a name came back quick: Syed Farook, the co-worker. At around 3 p.m., plainclothes investigators spotted Farook's rented black Ford Expedition leaving his home in Redlands. They tailed it. In a swift response, law enforcement from every level converged to the tail, among them the Tactical Hammer, the SWAT team from San Bernardino PD, and the Sheriff's Department, who arrived by 3:06 p.m., rolling out armored Bearcats and a specialized breaching vehicle known as the Rook. They weren't there to contain, they were there to end it. And this tale quickly turned into a moving standoff through American suburbs. That is, until Farook turned onto East San Bernardino Avenue at 3:08 p.m.
We are in pursuit of the suspect vehicle. We've got shots fired out the back window.
Oh my gosh. Guys, they just shot at my house right now. It's cops all over the yard. Holy
Farook bailed out on the driver's side, using the open doors as cover. Malik stayed within the vehicle, firing from the rear passenger seat. Bullets shredded police cruisers, punching through glass and metal. Officers took cover behind engines and wheels, returning fire. Then, Farook tried to flank a sheriff's deputy across the street, but officers on the street, anticipating it, concentrated their fire, hitting him in the side. He stumbled, but still managed to squeeze off a shot with his Springfield, striking an officer before his weapon jammed. But Farook was decisively hit and finally went down. Officers moved in, cuffed him, face down, dead. Malik was still inside the SUV, firing bursts through the shattered glass. Officers poured fire back, advancing behind the Bearcat, and at 3:14 p.m., Malik was hit repeatedly and nearly disintegrated in the back seat. The fight had lasted barely 5 minutes. Over 440 rounds fired by police, 81 rounds by the suspects. 7 agencies engaged, 2 officers wounded. Both terrorists dead.
Good evening. I'm Peter Downs.
And I'm Elsa Ramon. Here's the very latest at 6 o'clock. The FBI is now examining items seized after a raid on a Riverside home in connection with the San Bernardino massacre.
The terror group is praising the dead shooters as martyrs.
And in a rare Oval Office address to the nation tomorrow, President Obama will discuss the terror.
CBS 2's Lori Perez is live in the newsroom to begin our team coverage. Lori.
The SUV was cleared by the Rook. Inside, they found over 2,500 rounds of ammo, rifle magazines, and medical supplies. It was clear they had another destination. In total, 14 people were killed, both men and women between the ages of 26 to 60, and another 22 were wounded. The bomb squad spent hours detonating the pipe bombs left in Farook's backpack, and the inland center wasn't fully declared clear until 9:29 p.m. In the following days, the FBI announced the couple were homegrown violent extremists, inspired by IS propaganda, but not directly affiliated nor directed by IS. Malik had pledged her allegiance to IS on Facebook the day of the attack. Their friend and neighbor, Enrique Marquez Jr., who had bought the rifles years earlier, was later arrested. He admitted to plotting earlier attacks with Farook in 2011, an attack on a community college, and an attack on rush hour traffic on the 91 freeway. Both plans were abandoned, and in 2020, Marquez was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more mini docs in the works, and you don't want to miss them. And be sure to check me out over on Instagram and X as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.